we're back. Greetings, salutations, Heroic versus PVISION. Game has officially started.
Yep.
Packet loss
Completed.
has been destroyed.
Hello,
Actually,
Hector.
no. Destroying packet loss would make it worse.
We fixed it.
Packets have been added
We've made them
to
better.
remedy
Exactly.
the
We've
issue.
bettered them. I mean, this better be the best level 1 fight we've ever seen. They've been prepped for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Schofield?
I have a feeling there will be
Schofield, walk in.
no damage done.
No.
It'll be a trade of bounties.
Very fair and friendly.
So the panel,
Yep.
if you can remember what happened way back when, they did
yeah.
discuss the differences between these drafts, as 9 class will be taking a half HP here.
Yep.
But
It's
Heroic
fine.
with
He's Willow.
a very team fight heavy lineup in the Magnus, the Enigma. What do you think? Do you like that type of stratagem?
I mean, I kind of like it. We saw this last game also, right? From maybe it was 33 who started in the safe lane with like the axe. You try to like do some stuff with the Battle Hunger. Now he will gate, but he will be greeted a little bit by Ducalis. I mean, I kind of like what Heroic have going for them. Also the Enigma 5, like trying to put it away from the Kunkka. They have done this many times before, so Enigma is like a soft flex for them. This is quite a good Enigma support lane, like, I'm not gonna lie. You know, Willow isn't particularly good against Eidolons, nor is Ogre. I mean, this guy doesn't even have a spell level 1, so what's he gonna do?
Yep, true. Goes for the facet, giving him the extra levels.
Yep, the learning curve.
Kind of a weird one overall.
It is. I mean, he's like the strongest level 2 hero in the game. Like, the level 2 timing is kind of bonky bonkers.
But for now, he's a bot.
True, passive bot.
Very tanky, though. But what do you think of this hero in late game situations as a core?
Oh, I mean, this hero scales really, like, he's very strong. He's got very good scaling. In terms of the laning stage, he should be pretty fine against TA. You have high base armor, you have high base damage, and you have high base HP regen. So kind of all the things you would want. Like, I just wonder exactly what they have going with this one. It's not something that I have seen much of, like not even Ogre support. So we'll be interested to see his build. Maybe a Crimson Guard, maybe you want an early Shard, maybe you just want it like for the Bloodlust to turn the SF into like an even stronger carry. We'll have to wait and see.
As Analog playing the Magnus in the mid lane. 5-2 start versus no one on the Kunkka. 8-3 and seems to be dominating the lane a bit.
Yeah, no one should win this lane. Like, unless we see like some really cool skewer, like Shockwave skewer back into maybe a TP. Kunkka definitely usually, like, he beats out most of the melee heroes, apart from like maybe some Monkey Kings and whatnot. So mid, I would expect to be kind of a chill lane, to be honest.
And KJ playing the Enigma. And in this game, more of a position 5. Here's Yuma. Oh, he's actually going to get first blooded. So DM hits level 2, and they put it to good work.
Yeah, he got God.
Wow.
Just get the, you know, the timing from DM, pops both his spells, Ignite, Fire Blast into the Brambles, Blood Grenade. I mean, it's not something that TA enjoys laning against, that's for sure. Overtime damage, you get slowed down. And yeah, all these early stats onto DM. So PVISION with the first blood.
Doesn't really miss any creeps, which I guess is silver lining.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly not something you want to have happen. Like, sure, Ogre is fine in lane against TA, but I would also kind of say that, you know, this is the timing that you kind of need to look out for. So Yuma with a little bit of a misplay.
Yeah, but what do you think of Enigma as a hero playing as position 5? Because we've seen it support. I feel like when I've cast it, it's been a 4 more than anything. Because it feels like a greedier support in some ways.
Yeah, it usually, I mean, some teams flex it, they do it. Like, they were kind of, it's kind of like you vibe check the enemy team. How do they respond to it? They're like, okay, you pick Kunkka, whatever. We're not gonna, you know, we're not gonna put the Enigma off lane. You just have your little Kunkka, we don't care. We can play at 5. And they've done this many times before. Like King Jungles, he's very well trained on the Enigma.
So what's the reason for not doing core, though? Like, if I look at this lineup, they don't really have any cancellations for Black Hole through BKB or anything like that.
I mean, first of all, like, in terms of the draft, I think it just is really bad if you would give PVISION like the matchup against the Kunkka. It's like one of the worst lanes you can go into. I think even laning into Chen is honestly not that great because you can take over the Eidolons. I don't quite remember the draft order overall, but they just use it for like one of their own draft advantages. You know, you got to take an L somewhere to get a W somewhere else. You know what I'm saying, Shannon?
I do, actually.
That's
yeah.
good.
That's my life's motto. A lot of L's, though, I have to say.
That's true.
So PVISION with a little bit of an early advantage here in the super early stages of the game.
Yeah, Analog, he's trying for the shockwave. Cool play by No One with the X mark. I mean, to be fair, when you try for the skewer like hard, it's kind of obvious when you go for it, right? Like you keep canceling it, you try to like shockwave whatever, because you're starting to feel the pain. Like this is where Kanka really comes in. Level 5, he starts spamming the Tidebringer, and every time he hits you, he has even lower cooldown, of course, with the facet. So, gotta be careful how many times you get splashed by that one.
No, but this time Schofield's going to come to play. Only level 2, but
I feel
Analog,
like they need a third
skewer
hero.
will miss. Well, they need to hit the skewer to start things up. But even if they do, I'm not sure if that's a kill still.
No, I feel like you're not killing him. He's full HP. He's got Bracer. He's also got like the Rum. You cannot forget it. His innate is quite strong. But let's see. Whisper up top. It's one of the benefits of laning against Chen, at least early. I mean, the hero harasses you, but then later it's not like the biggest kill threat. It's kind of like a Warlock. You can leave your offlaner somewhat alone. But I feel like Schofield would like to get something more done on the map, like either stack for his axe or get a kill mid. But Kanka, very formidable mid laner, not the easiest to gank.
It's bottom lane, Yuma again taking some heavy damage. Ignite doing work against that refraction. How good is Ignite versus Refraction?
Quite good.
The new version.
It's still like really strong. Like this hero just.
But surely it's worse than before, right?
Sure.
With the threshold.
Yeah, no, it's worse than before, but it's still like incredibly good. I mean, what I can see from them in the lane right now that they're doing really well on PVISION is that they don't care about this Enigma. Sure, you've got your little Eidolons, we don't really care. Satanic.
Oh, this would be a big kill. Whisper doesn't have too much mana to work with. His Satanic's going to get the shadow raised off, attempting to work his way to the north. Ducalis coming in from the south. In the meantime, the Berserker's call does hit.
10 stick.
No procs to come, though, and now a boat from No One who TP's up. A big skewer from Analog. They will eventually get Satanic, so 1 for 2 with the support going down.
1 for 3.
And now Analog X marked back into the fray as No One and company will clean up yet another kill. So they lose Satanic, but double kill for No One, 3 kills overall for PVISION.
That's kind of a big one. I did like the play initially from Heroic, but it matters a lot whether or not you can like really get this kill done fast. And yeah, with the Wisdom Shrine invasion, this is a bad time to feed away some kills. As No One, of course, with the TP, he's still here.
Yep,
oh, this is
they
a
scan
steal.
it. Yep, Heroic, no, this is happening, but not much to be done, unfortunately, for them.
Like, if you catch Satanic in your tier 1 tower, sure, I think it's cool. So, of course, you go on him, but maybe if you Whisper, like, maybe you need to call him earlier to just make it harder for No One to, like, TP in, get the Torrent, get the Boda, because the more, every second you chase there makes it so much easier for PVISION to just come and respond. No One is still here, actually.
Yeah, he's level 7.
And
First,
I might want
you
to
can see Schofield level 3 still at 7.5 minutes. The Wisdom Shrine just going to add insult to injury.
I mean, this is one of the biggest nightmares if you're playing Axe. Like, when you get, like, overtaken early in terms of the lane, you get ganked, and then the enemy team, even if they don't steal your stacks, like, they just poke into your triangle.
Yeah.
Like, you're losing control of the area you need. This hurts.
KJ and company trying to apply some pressure to the mid lane, force some sort of rotation. It will force No One and company here, but KJ will be the recipient of this boat.
Bye-bye.
And No One with another kill.
Looking for the Torrent.
Yeah,
Don't have too many
Analog skewer.
He should
Enough
be fine.
space to get away. Has the illusion rune.
This is a very, very big Kanka on Mr. PVISION here. 4,400 net worth on No One at minute 8. And I'm not going to lie, they don't have the best heroes at like shutting him down early. And the other reason why this really sucks for them is that their lineup relies on stacks. You have Magnus, Axe, TA cores.
Yeah. Yep, that's true.
So, and they've, like, Kanka is one of the best heroes early on at, like, looking over and just, like, making sure you steal some of those.
Yeah, PVISION do have some good tools to get into that triangle and contest a bit.
Absolutely. As Yuma, he's also kicked out of the bottom lane. So, when it comes to the early stages of this map, Heroic are going to have to find a way to kind of damage control. So, let's see how they deal with that. As for now, PVISION hitting the top tier 1 tower.
Yep, Satanic shadowed by both supports. Hand of Gaben at the ready for Ducalis.
Of course.
There's going to be a TP. Satanic now has a wave. But he does have to be careful with that Chipper's Vest onto Whisper.
That's definitely a 2% win increase right there with the Chipper Dipper.
They're actually going to TP bot to try to contest this DM, working on a Midas.
This would be a big one. He's kind of alone. He is tanky.
He is very tanky. It's a level 4 and 5 support, respectively. He's going to read the situation quite well.
I do like if Heroic try to...
Oh, here's the steal in the triangle as well.
And they're not equipped to fight back. I think you have to let it go.
This is rough.
Like, what TA gives you are, like, two things. You can either leave her alone through and then, like, let him play and keep free farming, or B, you kind of play around her because she has a bunch of traps. But right now they have neither. Like, you don't really love TPing here as a TA. And you have Enigma Rasa supports that need levels.
Yeah, they get basically everything here.
Yep, so I mean, that's just a nice invasion by PVISION.
3K lead already for PVISION. They have the Midas soon to come for DM. As a core Ogre, is it literally every game you go Midas?
It's way too good. You have to go first out of Midas. Like, you're... Like, unless you're... Like, what else can you rush that, like, really changes the game? Yeah. Nothing really. You can go Vanguard and, like, stay in the lane and sometimes where you couldn't, but just go Midas. It's just way too good.
Now they're using their advantage to take out this mid tower.
Very clean so far when it comes to their gameplay. Oh, they were looking for the catch, but looks like Yuma did back off right in time. This does matter quite a bit. Like, you're down, you know, PVISION want to walk around on the map and get the next stuff done. You know that you did bait the Conquer TP down into the bottom lane, so maybe you could look for a defense up here.
Yep, Satanic gonna get gone on from Whisper. Analog is here as well, uses the RP, Skewer back into the tier 1. He's still pretty healthy though.
Oh.
And that is a Requiem right on top of Analog. He's dead.
That was a cool play. They were wild winging him closer onto the hero during the Requiem. I like that.
And it's a tier 1 tower on top. Yeah, very high skill play there.
Yeah, of course. That looked a bit awkward. Like, you don't have to RP that early. I feel like you can skewer him first and then hold the RP for when the Requiem comes closer to, like, really coming out. But even then, you were lacking damage on Heroic.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
At least both the subs now have their ults available. So we've got the massive Snake.
11.5 minutes in. Schofield will be the recipient of this gank attempt. Will be more than an attempt in all likelihood. He will drop. Foul play only delays the inevitable. Whisper in the meantime going to get gone by 9 class and Satanic. Yep. KJ is in the vicinity though.
Careful the black hole.
Does have the black hole. They might just have to use it onto 9 class, although the Malefice.
Dunk him.
And they're going to get the dunk. Whisper.
Well, that's good.
A much needed kill for Heroic, but it feels like they do need a lot more than that. They're down 5K at the moment, and they're going to lose another tower. And I was going to say they're in trouble with this game getting out of control. It might already be there.
This is out of control. Which means at this stage, I mean, generally speaking, when you're down this far early on, you need time on some heroes. Like, split the map a bit, look to find people when they're alone.
They're going to try it for the Ogre.
Yeah.
Ducalis in the area, has the hand of Gaben if he needs to use it. Doesn't, though.
This is...
So now Serpent Ward down.
And there's some other stuff that really matters. Like, I was saying earlier, you've got the Divine Favor on Chen also against against a TA, which is highly physical. You're also building a Crimson Guard on Ogre, who is like one of the best Crimson Guard carriers also. Especially like you just go to Midas and you scale, you get the Crimson, and you're happy. Like, put all of this, then you have the boat buff on top, Hand of Gaben. You've got the Sister Shroud on Ducalis, of course, which is a beautiful neutral item as well.
You love all these neutrals quite a bit.
Yep, I do.
You should make a tier list. Everything's S.
S double plus.
S and
That's
S
where
double
Chipper
plus.
is. Chipper is an S double plus. I mean, I want to see Schofield. Like, with the Massive Snake, maybe it can come in quite handy against PVISION. They're looking again around it. I do feel like this is the strongest place for Heroic to look for something on the map, right? Have someone like linger on the traps or have like 2-3 traps where they overstep. At this point, if you're Heroic, you need an open map and try to bait in PVISION too deep into you.
Yeah, Analog takes a boat and will die as a result. 7K lead, just ballooning out of control for PVISION. As Yuma still working on that last Mithril Hammer component for the Deso to come. Yep. But by the time he gets that, no one will have his Radiance. 14 minutes, okay, Heroic. Get a little bit of revenge
here. This is a good
here.
play. I like this. This is good. Like, you just gotta try for some plays, at least eventually. They do have the blink on Analog. I wouldn't be too surprised if they try to like fish for a kill somewhere. If you do grab a guy like and get him very deep into your own lineup, of course they will still die. Analog will smoke up himself and Mr. Yuma, because they do have a ward. So they know that PVISION are lingering around this triangle area. Schofield with the backstab.
Yes, he puts down the Serpent Ward,
What
which
up,
does
brother?
a lot of damage. But again, the Wild Wing Ripper to the rescue for Ducalis. I say that as it runs right into Yuma. So it'll be 1 kill for the side of Heroic as he actually uses Hand of God. And the Shackle actually healing up the Rasta to a decent amount, so he will survive. But, I mean, you can just see the amount of pressure that's needed to just get 1 support kill.
Yeah, that was nearly a 1-for-1 with the 1 support being 1v3. Yeah, Whisper, he's going to have to try to work on his Blink Dagger, of course, because, I mean, before that, you're not doing much. But this is the downfall of this hero, at least sometimes, where if you're behind and you jump in, and there's so much backup, like you're jumping into a Requiem, a Terrorize, Hand of God, Rum Buff. It's not going to be too easy. And this Kunkka still, I mean, no one is, this is Ultra. This is Ultra Kunkka territory.
Is that equivalent to S double plus?
It's equivalent, yeah.
Okay.
It's just not the tier list ranking.
9 class runs into KJ. Uses that Shadow Realm very quickly. Whisper still, of course, no Blink Dagger, but not sure if they're going to fully pursue this, knowing that there could be somebody nearby. That is not the case, though. 9 class actually taking quite a bit of damage to the Eidolons.
I think it's kind of wise that they don't go there. Tier 1 is around, you just TP, you're chilling. KJ also, he's looking for a Blink Dagger. I like that he's, you know, thinking big. Because, yeah, when you're down, I mean, you can look for like, okay, I'm going to buy drums, I'll buff up my TA, but you need something bigger and better here.
Yeah.
Especially against PVISION's current lead of 7k. Well, Whisper with the Chipper, Dipper, and the Blade Mail. Nearly's got the Blink.
Yeah, that should align with the Deso on the TA.
Yeah, so you've got some, well, not signs of life, because obviously there's, I mean, they're kind of chilling. Of course, they're down a lot, but, you know, they've got good Dota heroes. They're hitting their own
The bleeding
timings.
has stopped, technically.
Absolutely. Yep.
Hasn't gotten worse in the last 30 seconds.
Which, that is quite the win, I'm not going to lie. Because I will say also that Pari have made, like, they've done a good job at, like, not giving away any unnecessary kills.
Yeah, TA's given enough time, can farm with the best of them. KJ onto the high ground.
He did.
Is indeed dead to 9 class with another Shadow Realm.
Yeah. Good smoke into the top lane, kind of just cleanse the area, make sure that you control the first Roshan of the game, especially against the TA. I mean, Heroic, they will fully give this up.
Yeah.
I don't see how you do anything in this case. You have nothing cool. Which means in the meantime, at least Heroic, they push out the bottom lane, they're going to drop the Snake on the tier 1, get whatever you can.
And Satanic almost certainly takes this one.
Oh, absolutely.
What's his build this game?
Looks like he's got Mask of Madness, Dragonlance, Manta style, which honestly is quite good. If you're clutch, you can dodge Axe Call. It's good against the TA. You can dodge Meld. You can also dodge like RP and Skewer back. So overall, just nice. He could maybe look for... I wonder how defensive he will go. I feel like you don't need to be that defensive as the SF this game. Because even if you get brought in or called, you have so much backup.
Yeah. Well, also, it's harder to itemize like a BKB against Call, Black Hole, and RP.
Yeah,
all 3 go through.
He should definitely skip BKB this game. This looks... Okay.
Oh, RP. That's a very tanky target, though. The Skewer does not make it. Now, Analog in a bit of trouble.
He will pay the price.
X into Boat. A lot of damage to come. Yuma. Some nice right clicks from the other side of this cliff. It looks like no one will die here, as in nobody.
Mm-hmm. Good correction.
Thank you.
As he will stay alive.
Yes, he will.
Okay, looks like both teams trying to set up their area, but after this failed attempt, they will give up this tier 2. I mean, to me, it looks like Satanic could just like go... He could just go high damage.
Yeah, this is a team that can take buildings pretty fast.
Like you could
now
go...
you got all these creeps.
Yeah, like you could go Daedalus into Satanic. You've got Bloodlust. You've got like the Crimson Guard later, Hand of God. You've got Divine Favor. They might force high here.
They got plenty of time in the Aegis, 3.5 minutes. Yep, good call.
Yep.
Well, he gets the deny. He wants
more gold.
Absolutely.
I mean, to be fair, the best thing they can do is to like skip over, eventually take over the enemy outpost from Heroic here, so they lose like full map control. Take their mid tier 2, then take that, and then kind of like, then you can vibe check Heroic. You can either force like them into the high ground, at least force people to go back, then take Torm and end up taking the top area overall.
Yeah, how have you seen the changes with Torm?
I like it. I feel like Dota was like way too, not one-dimensional, but it was like so planned out. And scripted in a way where it's like, you know, you've got minute 15, people have like some of their first items, show you have a lead, you do that. At least now there's like a bigger downtime, right? Between like this minute 10 to 20, there's more things that can happen. Like it's more, you can be more creative and like more open what you're gonna do on the map.
Yep, I agree. It's a very good change.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Only thing is for pubs, you just never see Tormentor killed.
Really?
In my level.
Okay, that's true. I feel like in higher level games, this stuff usually just dies instantly. Whereas a bright sign for Heroic, they have the Blink money now on King Jungles, and he's got the Greedy Enchantment. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the better subs to get a GPM bonus.
Okay.
So he will either upgrade this later or also hold on to it, as they're just super chilling here. They want to stick around. Just kidding. Yuma will not stick around, but KJ will.
And how's their high ground defense from the Heroic side? Because we're going to be seeing that shortly, I'm sure.
Well, so it's good because you have skewer backs. The problem is you're doing it into an X-Mark and brambles and like some random creeps. And another thing that I see a problem with for Heroic, when you do this base defense, if they make a misstep or someone like dies out of position, you're going to lose a lane of racks like kind of immediately.
Yeah, we see these towers just melt. There's no tier 2s left on the map for Heroic, so PVISION.
Yeah.
High ground attempt number 1.
Yep. They've got the Pike flying in on Satanic as well. There's the Manta with all the creeps.
Oh, the root!
No.
The Bramble catches the Magnus.
Good hex.
Nice hex to prevent the Requiem from coming out. There's the RP from Analog. Remember, this is an Aegis carrying SF right
Good
now.
call in the back.
Onto 2 heroes from Whisper. He's going to dunk 1. Down goes the Dark Willow, and you can see the Shadow Fiend kind of isolated at the moment. Black Hole will find him. No one is in the vicinity. Goes Yuma, pops the BKB. They have the damage to take out the Shadow Fiend. And now no one shackled under the cover of these towers. And Yuma and company should have enough damage to take him out as well. Very nice defense here from Heroic. They get 3 and make it more. 4th takes a tumble, and the last remaining member of PVISION rather, is Mr. Ogre Magi, as you called him.
Holy base. That
DM dropped. Full team wipe.
That was a very nice defense from Heroic. First of all, you get the Hex before the Requiem came out, and secondary, you had Whisper calling like 2 people in the backline. I believe it was like Ogre and Dark Willow who got fully caught. In the meantime, they skewered the guy back. We'll see it here again. That was really, really good.
I thought the fight was over here.
Yeah. Like if he dies, like if that Requiem goes off, he might just pop. But instead here, you get the RP into the skewer back, and watch the backline. This Whisper call is super good. And then, of course, you just get the free Black Hole on Satanic here when he respawns. No one maybe should have held his Torrent. But
yeah, that's true.
Beautiful defense from Heroic. As PVISION, I mean, it was, I don't know if it was Jenkins or Lacoste who mentioned that, you know, Astini, he says that sometimes they're prone to throwing. And we've seen it here. That was 11 to 4K in one play.
Yeah, that was a huge comeback potential here from Heroic.
Well, we've got Mr. Schofield, the man himself. He's in this. He's got a Blink Dagger and the little pony, Tumblr's toy. I mean, quite big. Like, PVISION had this super humongous lead early on, and now they've got themselves, like, what, a triple BKB timing? And King Jungle is dead.
Yes, he is. So now PVISION. Oh, looks like we might have one catch here. Terrorized from 9 class. Oh, BKB comes out from Whisper first, though.
He might get this kill, and then he can get out.
He will actually get the chop, so good kill from Whisper as Satanic was not interested.
Oh, very nicely done there by Whisper. You know, 9 class is kind of vibe checking him. Yo, bro, are you going to use your BKB and I get out? He's like, okay, I'll use it and kill you.
Yeah, worked out quite well for Heroic there.
We'll say it's a type of game that can swing very quickly. I mean, it already has to some extent. But you are playing into this Enigma. And by the way, he never ended up buying a Blink Dagger on Enigma. He just went straight up BKB.
Oh. Yeah, I like it.
Which is quite the problem, because they have no cancel. And if SF isn't in the black hole, no one is killing him during it either.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of chaos to play around. You've got 2 people initiating for you. Like maybe they bring some people in, and you might see it like last fight. They bring someone in, Axe goes on the back line. You help the guy that gets skewered in. Yeah, heroic. Holding on very nicely.
And Yuma with the BKB on top of the Deso now. We'll be going dataless. No big surprises.
It's absolutely. I also like that he's not going Blink. Like, you don't really need it. Like, let the Axe and let the Magnets bring them to you, at least for now. Worry about the damage output.
Yeah, it feels like players sometimes get caught in this cookie cutter build. They just buy the Blink.
Yeah, you don't
Not
need
even
it.
thinking about the team that you're playing with,
No, like
or the composition overall.
Itemization in Dota is so important. Like, people who underestimate that just, they don't really understand. Like, Dota has so many items and so many timings. Like, just different situations call for different items, which is for sure. King Jungles. 9 class will pay quite the big respect here.
I'm trying to force some rotation, but Heroic
They don't bite.
not interested.
No. Well, second Roche is what matters for both teams right now. Another time where 9 class gives his life.
Okay.
Well, I will say it is annoying to play Willow into Axe, at least after like the early to early mid-game stages. Because Shadow Realm, he doesn't care. He just pulls you straight out of it. 1 minute? How much is this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, 1 minute. As of course, Heroic, they know exactly when. With the good old TA, they will go through the gate.
Now that's a weird innate.
The Seeing Roche?
Yeah.
Kinda. I feel like it could have like a secondary ability or a fully different one.
Well, you don't think it's good enough?
I mean, it's good, but I don't know. I think it's a cool concept, but I don't know if I feel like it's strong enough compared to some other heroes. He went straight Nullifier to kind of just touch through the Crimson Guard. I can see that. Might be better at least like at this exact point. You pump through the Solar Crest, you pump through the Crimson.
There's a Yules as well.
Yeah.
On the Dark Willow. DM, he's going to run right into them. Serpent Ward is placed. Satanic with a Requiem from the other side. The BKB is already popped from Yuma. Getting very low is that Shadow Shaman. It's the first to fall is Schofield. Yuma just getting destroyed by Satanic, and Analog looks to be next. He is hitting like a truck. So 3 dead in the blink of an eye, and now PVISION maybe even finding a 4th in KJ.
There,
he will burn away.
There is a problem. Anything in Dota that is undispellable, honestly, most of the time is pretty damn OP. You buy this Nullifier, it breaks through a lot, but Divine Favor from Chen, undispellable.
True.
That's straight up 20 armor that you're like blasting on whoever they're going on. So this Ogre, sure, he gets nullified, he gets Shackle, but he just lives through it.
That'll be second Roche for PVISION.
And Satanic will once more pick that one up.
Let's see if they try for the same move.
They might. So what do they want to do different this time? Maybe you just make sure you X. Maybe like all no one needs to do is stay behind and have X ready on Satanic.
Yeah, Heroic still have basically everything. They're the Black Hole and RP.
Yeah.
Fortification is used, as Heroic will now have 5.
Got a full Satanic on no one too, so he can look to be maybe more of a nuisance himself as Whisper, setting up the Wisdom Shrine for now.
No one would love to run into Whisper. Not going to happen though.
Nope.
There it is. Satanic.
They have 2 of them now. Very cool.
On no one.
Still have the Chipper Dipper on Whisper.
Still, huh?
To be fair, it's kind of good to hold on to it. People do hit you quite a lot. I mean, obviously, you force them to do it. It's going to look for the Octarine Core next, by the looks of it.
That's cool. Smoke from PVISION. Got the Greaves, Crimson for DM. Super, super tanky.
Mm-hmm. They're looking for a little surprise attack here.
Yeah, no one. I mean, he doesn't really want to be the one going high ground by himself with everybody at the ready for Heroic.
They're trying to bait this illusion, so let's see if they can get like something else out. Never mind, there will be Satanic. He is X-Mark for now. So it's kind of free for him to just hit it.
Yeah. Yeah, they could just keep doing this.
He did go Butterfly. I would like Satanic next first for him instead of the BKB, but we'll see. At least for now, the Aegis is kind of a buffer, of course.
Yeah, we talked about the BKB not having potentially the biggest impact because they have all these BKB piercing, but Hex is pretty big deal. You're going to see it used right there, but the X back to safety.
Let's see. So will they keep trying with this for now, or are they going to call it quits? Looks like they'll take the range racks.
Has fallen.
Thoughts on range racks upgrading Siege? I don't know why it doesn't do that.
Why not? I feel like it has very little value.
The Siege becomes,
Super
instead of a
Siege.
catapult, it's a trebuchet. Longer range. Trebuchet.
Longer range is pretty OP. I'd rather have...
Trebuchet.
Okay, sure.
Got to stick with the
Because if I
theme.
fight you, you'll keep saying trebuchet.
That's right. You know me, I like to fixate on specific things, like 33 in the
And lights.
the Phantom Light.
Oh, Whipper
Oh
Dipper.
my, Whisper has to pop the BKB, attempting to retreat. I don't think that's going to happen. Down he goes, 74 seconds. Does have buyback, but that is a really long death timer.
Yeah.
Did he buy back recently?
No, he did not.
That's
Did
a
anyone
really
even
long
buy
death
back?
timer.
I think if anyone bought back in an earlier fight, it was during the base fight and it was a sub. Which means he may be forced into that. If you're heroic, like you're already talking about what happens if PVISION go high ground like right now.
Schofield.
Schofield in his favorite position, in the most outskirts of any place of any map.
Oh boy, uses the horsey, but
Hippity hoppity.
P-Vision is coming for you.
They're coming. Block him.
Schofield will take a tumble here.
I
Trying
thought
to
it
be
was a
annoying
neutral.
with the waves is Analog. Attempting
I
to
think they're
delete
making
them.
some space
They still have the Siege.
for Whisper, as no one has a very nice neutral item for himself. A little
Roche's
gauntlet.
banner will keep it alive as well.
And this is quite annoying for them. Siege wave with the Banneroni.
Yeah, 18 seconds. There's the
Okay.
black hole onto 2. Analog looking for the RP. Will find it onto the same 2 targets, but the Hand of God
Skewer-oni.
just keeping them alive. The skewer onto the other side. They get no one and the Aegis. Now Yuma and company looking to finish the job. Shockwave onto Satanic.
Whisper
Nullifier
is
as
respawning.
well. And they're going to be able to take out this tower if they want, but does come at a pretty heavy cost.
Let's look at Whisper. He still has good positioning. It looks like P-Vision will just look to walk it off for now. I mean, you cannot underestimate like some of the scaling and like the strength you have on Enigma. Like again, he's got the GPM enchantment. He's got the BKB. Sure, Black Hole is used, but Heroic are looking for a little surprise.
14K lead for P-Vision.
Yeah.
Dire are
Going-
Bait out this Illusion Rune. 9 class with a nice Bramble, though.
They're going Aether on Analog. I like that he's looking for more of a, like maybe utility route, because all that matters for him, honestly, is hitting a good RP and a skewer back. Yuma will do the job when it comes to the damage department. At least he should.
Yep, things slowing down now. I assume they just wait for the next Roche. Do you think they're going to push without it?
No, like pushing no, but taking over the map for sure. Like if you're a P-Vision, I think first of all they should invest in a gem. You're playing against TA in like mid to late game. You need to take out these traps. Yuma has 11 traps on the map. Like it helps you a lot when it comes to like just small instances of vision that matter. So for P-Vision, gem, take over the map, take over enemy outpost,
Dire's
and
bottom tower is
slowly set up the next Roche, but also still look for picks in the meantime. I think we should take a look at Chen's Croaker.
Is that the with the?
It's him.
Okay.
He is him.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, he is a big boy. He's got many auras, gives him some movement speed, higher damage if you're in the water Rini. As they take a free Torm, so you get the tidal wave for Mr.
Yeah,
No One.
That's very useful.
It did get nerfed quite a lot, I'm not gonna lie. It's still very strong, but the range is way less than it used to be.
Do you miss Water Park?
Dire's courier has been killed.
I mean, kinda.
That's a big courier kill. AC down for a while.
Who cares? Water Park. I mean, I will say I didn't enjoy playing against it, but it was kind of a hilarious concept. Like, bro just owns the entire screen
Yeah.
for 6 seconds. Have you been to Thermi in PGL?
Actually, yes, I have.
See? How are you not a fan?
It was okay.
The OGs will understand.
It was okay.
Oh, whip. Oh, Whisper. He's still holding on to Chip Vest. Are you telling me that a tier 1 neutral item at 35 minutes, you're telling me this is okay?
I like it.
Yeah.
It has Chipper's name in it.
Low skill idiot. You just run at camps and the LB4.
I
It's
run
like a
it-
mini Midas. Should it be like that? No.
I think it's fine.
Anyway, back to the smoke.
From Heroic. They find a big target in the Ogre Magi, as you like to call him. That's a free kill.
He dead.
He melts 60 seconds on the deck.
Oh, that's a gem.
Drops as well.
And I think they didn't get that like too long ago. So kind of a nice little swing for Heroic. They strike back with the little horn man.
And PVISION have to wait for this courier come back to life before the AC can be completed.
Satanic has Satanic. Very cool.
All right, when is the chipper getting removed?
I mean, now.
From his inventory.
Now, it's 35. You're starting to get the next neutral items. We better.
But
we gotta see this go.
You can keep it if you
but
want.
you're not keeping it. You're getting the D's blood right. The bonus AoE, you gotta get that.
If you don't have that choice, you keep Chipper's Vest.
No,
right?
you're not. Then, yeah, Valve need to be looking at this game. If he keeps a tier 1 item on tier
Just look
4.
at that. Passive Chipper, nothing stronger.
Keep talking.
This is good for the game.
Get the cloak. You get cloak, you get the OD staff, you get the Diesel Beazle, maybe Giant Maul. You start critting some noobs. You can get even cast range. Get the mono.
Yeah, they all sound great, but nothing sounds as good as Chipper's Vest.
Yeah, we'll stay in touch on the Chipper's Vest, of course. He's not yet ready. Of course, this is the highlight of the game currently.
Really highlighting this. Extremely important for the game.
I mean, PVISION are currently smoked up. I wonder if they might just be look at this humongous top wave they have there. Like, shouldn't they just walk here to this double siege and say hello? Or do they want to catch Heroic on their way out? Let's see.
Analog will show.
Or they
If
do
it opens
neither and
things
just
up
wait for Roche.
PVISION. Yeah, Roche. Is that the timer? No, that's a long one.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, looks like PVISION will get themselves the 3rd Roche of the game, at least soon.
Can we click on Axe again, please? Like to see that Chipper's Vest.
See?
Okay. Parrot Cloak.
Brawny Cloak. I mean, this one is super good.
That's
You
a good
literally,
one.
you can,
It's another blade mail.
you have double blade mail.
Yeah, it's good.
To be fair, this is the better chip vest.
Yeah, Chipper Vest 2.0, I believe they call it.
The S double plus chipper vest.
Serpent Ward placed.
Yeah.
Satanic will come clean it up.
This is quite a big deal, because this could lead Heroic to like take back the top area, or like their triangle area, because that's what the whole game is about now, with the Roche. Monocle on 2 of the subs, higher cast range.
Can we get a rip Chipper's Vest in the chat, please? Really important.
I mean, to be fair, we got the upgrade. You've got the Cloaky Cloak.
Yeah.
It's even better.
It's not the same, though.
It's a single target ultra
I mean,
chip
let's be
vest.
honest. The Chipper's Vest was the MVP of the game so far.
What are you talking
Even
about?
though they're losing by 14K,
It-
right?
I don't even. I'm
if
not
he
sure
didn't
it
have
changed a
that,
single
if
kill.
he didn't have that, the game would be over.
To be
I
fair,
think
he
we're
would
gonna-
have less gold, so you're right about that.
What do you think of this? KJ going for an Ags.
Like I said 20 minutes ago.
What do you think about that?
He's thinking big. It's good. He's got GPM. Are we still having the GPM on Mr. King Jungles? He had to give it up. Because I believe in Tier 4, you are no longer able to get Greedy Enchantment. It's only Tier 2 and Tier 3.
Yeah, unfortunately, he couldn't get the Chipper's Vest there for the Tier 4 for himself.
He didn't play the long con like Whisper.
Yeah.
You gotta take
You
the
coulda
Tier 1 and
curioed
ride
that.
it all the way to Tier 5.
Daedalus now online. And the AC officially online for no one. So pretty big power spikes to the side of PVISION.
Heroic still have, they've got humongous teamfight. They did talk about it earlier. You've got double RP on Mr. Analog. And of course you have KJ on, sure, it's a support Enigma, but you basically have all the items a core would want. You've got Blink, you've got BKB, you've got half the Ags.
Roche is up. They scan it out. So Heroic, oh, nice. Nicely done from PVISION. Analog has to use the BKB.
Oh, horny
Gets
toss.
the horn toss. And that's a lot of damage now onto Nolan. Pops the blade
Oh.
mail. RP is used into another skewer, but Analog
pike.
dies before the second will come offline. And now the right clicks are just ripping through KJ and the rest of Heroic as well. And PVISION taking advantage of the RP on the other team.
I mean, Kunkka has to be... Why did you have to do that one? Okay, that was a good one. Either way, Kanka has to be the worst target for you to go on. He's got Rum built in, he got the boat off, he got Divine Favored. And then Satanic also styled on the RP by dodging it.
This might be it. Tier 4 is exposed.
Yep.
They have 2 buybacks on the side of Heroic. Still the Black Hole,
They're
the second
holding it
one
for
to
next
work
game.
with. They might have to. 50 seconds and 40 respectively on 2 cores for
Cliff.
Heroic. And yeah, that's just going to be it.
Or is it?
In the end,
No, Black
KJ
Hole?
goes for the Black Hole as Ducalis pathetically hitting the Ancient with the Chen. They get the kills though, they get the win. So game 1 to PVISION. Pretty convincing, I would say. Game 2, yet to be seen.
That is true. That is why we're here. They are going for a little smoker doker here on Mr. Heroic. They're pretty quick on this one, but let's see if
Yep,
Ducalis
Ducalis on the low ground will pop the smoke unknowingly. And they don't
he
have
saw
the
them.
catch. 9 class. Yeah, he will get a
he gets the
casual
hit.
right
First
click.
damage of the game done by PVISION here on the Willow.
See if they want to fight though for PVISION's side. They might just end up.
They do need to be a little... You have Ogre Magi. This guy is literally... He doesn't have a spell.
But he's very tanky.
Sure. So ignore him.
Yeah, it looks like they'll just split the uprights potentially here and just go their casual ways.
I mean, let's see. I will say that drafting-wise, there's a few things that were interesting or slightly confusing to me. Like, I would say that, well, the Doom Darkseer matchup, it can go both ways, but I would consider Doom to have the upper hand. Sure, you can surge the guy out of the Doom because, you know, Heroic picked it into the Doom. Let's see, Schofield.
Yeah, trying to maneuver his way out of the maze. He'll do so. Does take heavy damage as KJ has to pop the Fairy Fire, but he's going to drop one way or the other, and that's First Blood, the way of Satanic, the last person on Earth.
Yeah.
You want to give First Blood to on this position 1 Doom.
Oh, Whippert.
9 class is going to eventually tick out to Whisper, so it does end up being a 1-for-1, but obviously with the First Blood and all that, PVISION rather.
Yeah.
We'll be pretty happy about that.
Yep. Satanic is going to have some injection of gold, so of course he's happy with that. I mean, we'll have to see about the mid matchup, because this is at least one of the heroes that I have seen beat Quap. Traditionally, it has. I don't know if it's as good nowadays, but it still should. You can out-CS her. Of course, you got the multiple raises going in, so Mr. Analog should be pretty good when it comes to this matchup.
Talk to me about Spectre.
Yeah, talk to you about Spectre. I know that some players have tried the other facet. It's the Forsaken, where you deal like double damage with Desolate yourself, but your illusions cannot. So I thought maybe he will take this one. But no, he went for the normal one, the Twisted Knife, where you dagger on your little reality. Let's see, I guess.
Reality costs, what, 50 mana now?
40, I believe. So yeah, I don't even know where that nerf came from, to be honest, but...
No, it's really random.
I will say that Spectre is a very, it's a very untouched hero. Of course, you have Darkseer, which can, you know, help you to like skip some timings. Schofield, Dofield.
Goes into the rebound. Satanic attempting to run away.
Oh,
He's going to
vacuum.
get pulled back in, and he does end up getting out, but taking really heavy damage there. I mean, playing against a Marcy is super annoying in the laning stage.
There's just so much like potential to really, like, for you to like lead a kill or take a lot of damage. Honestly, if the level 1 play never happened and they had a blood grenade, Satanic is dead there.
Yeah,
so that's
true.
also why small things like that do matter a lot. I will say though, Phoenix Spectre is a weak lane. Like, it is quite weak. Sure, you're Ogre, like even level 1, he was going like even in CS. He was out CSing him. And now he has 3 levels, just like he did last game. And I think that Ogre buys a lot of items that Spectre doesn't want to deal with until you have Manta. Like, you need Desolate. But Yuma will bleed a lot in this lane.
Oh, he actually hits a Bramble, pops the wand rather, does survive as 9 class. He might be the one ticking out as KJ. Well, we'll force out the
Dying
Shadow
Light.
round, but eventually does go and kill off KJ. So 9 class with the Shadow round, just such a strong ability.
I mean, especially with the innate, like,
Yeah,
and them
getting extra regen.
Yeah, and them like buffing it to like what, 150%. Like, he was healing through a Phoenix who was using his own innate, aka the little Radiance, on low HP, and he still couldn't kill him. So yeah, for Heroic, I worry about their bottom lane. So they have to kind of damage control, but their mid and top lane should do quite well. Like, both Analog and Whisper, I expect them to have a good game.
Yep, Analog 14-5 right now. No one on the Quap 10-3, so a little bit behind. That's Satanic again.
Oh, that's
He's going to get disposed, but Ducalis is there with a Thunder Strike. Whisper
Good
under
glyph
the
on the
tower.
wave.
He's getting Infernal Bladed, but Satanic, obviously a very juicy target. When you're playing Doom on, does it matter what position you are in terms of your item build? I feel like it's very similar.
I mean, if you're offlane, you should look a little more at your team. Like then, like team items might just make more sense unless you want to greed it up. But when you play it carry, you're going the same items every game. You're gonna do your little Midas into your Radiance, sell the Midas for the Radiance.
I feel like I don't see any of the other facets either. It's just always the...
You just always take this one. I just think it's better. They need to buff some of the other ones if they want to make them viable.
The issue is, I think trying to balance that is almost impossible, it feels like.
I think it's
if people stop
tough.
taking, it means it's just going to be worse.
Yeah.
Based on just conceptually. No one.
Oh,
rebound does hit.
But
Disposed to follow into the raise.
That was a good combo.
Nicely done.
They needed really good timing on that one because, of course, no one's got the blink. So unless you hit the raise during a little dispose, he will die. Or rather, he will live if you miss. I hear a little glimpsy glimpse. I will say, I overall like the Disruptor pick a lot against Darkseer. Of course, it's a hero who loves to run away, so you glimpse him back, you cage him up. And even against the Marcy, like if you take a lot of damage, you're just going to push one of them back with your innate on Disruptor, which is quite handy. Let's see if it may or may not happen. Oof.
Yeah, this Scorched Earth is doing quite a bit of work. They're going to try to focus down Ducalis first. They'll do so successfully, but it might be at the cost of Whisper. Gets disposed back into the arms of the enemy he was intending to go on.
Oh, Brampus off the mark.
And Satanic can't pursue any further, but still healthy enough to get away, as no one will finish the job. Although 9 class snatches it from him.
I mean, kind of looked like that initial play could have been quite good for Heroic, like Whisper having the Helm of Iron Will and a little crown to help him with the fight. But Satanic on PVISION will reign supreme. No, Yuma, of course, is struggling in this lane, but it's kind of to be expected when you play Spectre. All you want on this hero is to get fast level 6, and then you join some other lanes.
Yeah, it looks like it will likely be that Orchid build up.
Well, it will give them a lot of killing capabilities, obviously, around the map, especially on the Quap with the Orchid.
Yeah, what do you item? You go, I
think it's just Orchid Manta. I mean, you could Orchid Radiance,
well, I
but it's quite
meant
slow.
on Quap, what would you go
Quap?
against the Orchid here? Yules feels kind of bad on Quap, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think you want to Yules. You're just going to set up other stuff yourself. You can look to ask one of your subs for a 4-staff. I think you just go Blade Mail anyway.
Want the rebound. Analog. A little mobility now for the Shadow Fiend is always nice.
Well, let's see. First rune of the game does go to no one, so he gets an amplified damage.
Satanic. What's going on Whisper as Schofield now joins the party. They'll go their separate ways, though. 1K lead early on for PVISION.
I mean, that's another thing later that we had a defensive Requiem, as no one was putting up a lot of pressure. Yuma down bottom.
Yeah, that leaves him all alone, but not able to finish the job from the PVISION side.
I will, like, this is what makes kind of a great team, especially in the early game, when they use the correct amount of heroes in different places at the same time. They're pressuring mid, they're pressuring bottom, and at the same time now they're setting up a play top.
Yep.
No
Whisper
one
gets glimpsed. Sonic Wave. It does clip Whisper. It's enough for the kill as no one
will pay the price.
Looks like it will be a trade, so not exactly what he intended coming in. Does force some TPs, though.
I think Heroic should be pretty happy with that, to be honest. Like, you slow down the enemy Quap, you get a lot of experience injected on some of your heroes. But yeah, the overall, like the Doom against Darkseer matchup, it's not just like the Doom overall, it's also like the neutrals you can get, the heal against the Iron Shell spam. You can get a Purge creep against both the Shell and the Surge as well. Whereas Yuma seems to have been kicked out of the lane without getting 6, at least for now.
Yeah, this hero really needs the Chipper's Vest.
He does need the Chipper Dipper. We'll see if he gets it. I mean, it is literally a mini Midas on some heroes. Like Spectre has to be one of the best heroes at getting it. I do worry a little bit for Yuma. We'll see about like how he can get into the game. Because the mid SF, it's not like Analog is going to set up a lot of like his Spectre.
He's only 400 net worth difference between him and the Marcy support. And
like,
Marcy is not exactly a farming hero.
I will say this is the next best combo you can get as a carry or a right-click farmer. If you don't get Chip Vest, you go Spark of Courage with Alert. So like bonus damage with attack speed.
Okay.
So, you know, he got the next best one.
Analog right now with the treads. We'll be going Kaya. So
Kaya, Yasha, Link.
it won't be the super hardcore right-click variation. I do like this build quite a bit, though.
Yeah, me too. As Yuma, of course, he drops quite low. Unlucky for him, he didn't quite get 6. So may just have to TP to a lane. They could even
Schofield
like, give
is
him,
actually out-leveling him. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, he will potentially TP mid here to like get 6 on a wave. I like what Heroic are doing. You know, they're drawing on the map. Yuma was like, guys, please, go top. I'm going to get 6. Let's collapse on this lane and make something happen together.
Kinetic Field not doing a whole lot here as Whisper. Oh, they're going to try to use this to their advantage. Satanic does get off the Doom, and TPs are coming to assist. He's going to pop the Lotus at the last moment. Satanic is going to live, just barely.
That's a lot of TPs, though.
Schofield on the run. Ducalis. They do have some vision, but I'm not sure if they have the damage. Nice rebound from
Very good.
every angle.
Uh-oh, he's burning out. See ya.
He does end up ticking out eventually, but still, did cost PVISION quite a bit in terms of rotation.
Yeah, they used all their TPs, even no one. He canceled his own King Jungles. Bye-bye.
But they will end up getting both supports here on the PVISION side.
I mean,
2K lead for them.
Okay, you get
First
the
shadow step of the game. Ducalis will be the recipient into the dagger, and Yuma will be
Yo, don't underestimate this
happy
Iron
with
Shell,
that.
my brothers.
true. Always has that Shadow Realm, though. So, in the end, 2 for 1 for supports.
And Yuma got himself a kill, so of course he will be quite happy with this. See, 10-minute active rune. Not the
Rebound
easiest
does
kill.
not quite hit. Dispose. No one is fine, though. Rune is bottom. It's an invis.
Ducalis is here, so they have a glimpse available.
Schofield taking pretty heavy damage right now. He gets the Sonic Wave on his back. Will eventually get taken out.
Is under attack.
A lot of the subs are gonna try, like they need to get the level 6s. You need the egg on KJ. You also need ults, of course, on the PVISION support duo.
Dire are scanning.
PVISION, excuse me.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Yeah. One and done. King Jungles will look to protect the mid tower, as of course PVISION want to push it up with the second siege creep of the game. I mean, don't look at Yuma's net worth, because it ain't pretty.
Yeah.
He needs more help.
Yeah.
But this...
I mean, does it?
Again,
do you change your build at all because of this, or?
I don't know if you can. I mean, if you go Radiance, I think you ought to lose, because it's so slow.
Yeah.
You couldn't rush Manta, but until you have the full one, you can't really. I think you have to commit. Because at least once you have the Orchid, you can set up stuff yourself. So let's see what they can do. It's kind of all on Schofield. So he's looking for a smoke.
Scanning.
9 class. Oh, he does.
Well, he actually like perfectly
Positioning. Insane. DM will show. Very tanky target, though. So a potential. It looks like it's just a wasted rotation from Analog on the SF.
Radiant's middle
Nicely done
tower
from
is
9
under
class.
attack. Radiant's
Back into the
structures
jungle they go. So Yuma still looking for another opportunity to use that shadow step.
Yeah.
I mean, this has always been this hero's issue, is just farming. Like, obviously, old days, it's carry, you get Radiance, that's how you farm.
I mean, sometimes...
This variation, you got to get pickoffs.
Yeah, a lot of the times you will also see like a blade mail rush, because I mean, I feel like he couldn't really lane. I don't know if the treads did much, but I mean, you're not picking this hero to have this type of early game. You want to get some involvement, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who I expect to find kills here or set it up. It's all on Schofield, and he's a +4 Marcy.
Yeah.
So, PVISION are of course quite happy with the state of the game.
Yuma
Yep.
will go down to the Shadow Realm from 9 class. Schofield does a haste, will pop the ult, but the Terrorize gives him a good amount of distance. Looks like he'll survive as a result. So another death for Spectre. Yikes. This is... Other than that, it feels like Heroic are definitely in this game, but the position 1 discrepancy is huge at the moment.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah,
tower
especially when that's your last pick of the game. So for now, they might lead another kill here on Mr. Schofield.
Yep, Bedlam doing a ton as 9 class and company. Get another one with the tier 1 likely to follow, though. Yuma, oh, he gets glimpsed.
Dire
That is so rough. As the Doom applied to the Darkseer. Nice ult from Analog on the high ground as KJ applying some pressure, pops the egg.
That's a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Satanic will burn. That was on top of that static storm. Ducalis uses one more glimpse for the road, but
give it to Yuma.
Absolutely, they need this kill on the Spectre very badly. It's going to take a while. This is actually a really, really important kill for him. Is he even going to get it?
He has dagger.
Sonic Wave on the cage in the meantime. Easy kill as Ducalis limping away. Yuma eventually will close the gap, surely, for one last right click. He had to work for that one.
He did. He had to walk like 8 miles.
Goodness gracious.
No, that was a good. And sometimes you have to force it. Like Yuma, he literally shadow stepped on his own. Like, of course, he baited some stuff out. He got glimpsed back. He still had the TP ready, but at least his team came over. You have the egg. You have the Requiem. They've still, like, honestly, their team fight at the moment, I would say, is still better if they can connect their spells. Until DM later gets like his first and second round of auras, which he should be looking at. So if you're heroic, this should give you some sign of life to try again when you have those next spells.
Yeah, some signs of life from Heroic, which is good to see. I feel like it's just one of those things. You just need one good fight. The Spectre can start to really get back into this game. I don't know if that was on that level, but
not good enough yet.
It's a half step in the right direction.
But it's a good start. Okay, he's going. Yuma changed up his build to go Radiance now, which I honestly don't know if it's good or bad, because I feel like by the time you get Radiance, you're gonna run into an Ogre who has a pipe. So we'll have to see about that one.
No one.
Glimpse back on Whisper.
Glimpse. Static Storm is there for Whisper. And they will be able to deny the tower if they so wish. 4K lead for PVISION now.
Yeah, of course they're quite happy. Satanic chilling away on the Doom. They've got double top net worth with DM. Of course, he's got the Midas. So he will stay up there as well. As Schofield doing Schofield things, being aggressive, trying to set up some kills with a good ward here, but Willow is just not a kill. Not with these heroes. You need an Orchid to kill this guy.
And Yuma shows himself right now. 1,800 gold in the bank. He will be switching up for Radiance, by the way.
Yeah, I did actually say that a minute ago, but that's all right.
He really is going for that Radiance.
I mean, it gives him the scale if that's what they're looking for, but if I mean, maybe he feels like his team is strong enough that they will have enough damage to like fight through the pipe with the. You have Requiem, you have Egg, like maybe you can over damage it and then you just get the scale going.
If he didn't have that kill, I feel like he would not be doing this.
Probably
Gave him a lot of confidence.
I mean, but that's why small things matter, you know? Sometimes you get a 100, 200 gold injection, you change your mind and it can win you the game. But I still feel like this is slow, but we'll see.
Only time will tell.
Yep. It does give them the scale, like maybe if you go Orchid, it feels like too one-dimensional that you keep trying for the skill that you won't get anyway, so no, I can get behind it. Whisper, he is queuing up the Orchid instead, so I do like that.
Class opens things up with the Bramble into the Terrorize with the Bedlam to follow. Is he actually going to solo this? Schofield uses the rebound, but at the last moment, Yuma coming in. But
static.
They bait him in to the Static Storm, but there's no follow-up as Satanic finally gets off the Doom, but it's on a different target. He didn't even need to use much on Yuma to get this kill.
That was close.
Barely gets out of dodge. Lotus keeping him alive. No one. Ooh! Scream. So close. I feel like PVISION were a little greedy there. They definitely could have gotten the Spectre kill.
They probably kind of wanted both. They are setting up a play bottom on DM. He does have the pipe, but he's quite deep. Can he have reinforcements? They need the rebound into the dispose.
Does hit. Glimpse will help his effort out here, and yeah, the Requiem ends up being wasted, it feels like. But now PVISION trying to turn this around. KJ brambled up, taken out.
That was a cool try, because they kind of needed the dispose into a closer rebound, which didn't happen. 9 class breaks both smokes, unknowingly.
Whisper.
He's baiting Satanic. He should know.
By Satanic. He gets disposed, though, and brought into the arms of Analog. So a huge kill for Heroic. Much needed.
Did 9 class see them gating when he broke their smoke or not? Because I feel like Satanic, he fully knew that they were gating, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, he wanted to push his advantage there onto Whisper.
Ooh, no one. Sees that a creeper died recently. Yuma is going to be spotted. Sonic Wave. Can't dodge it, and that's a kill. No one on the hunt. Gets the kill he was looking for as Schofield again.
Solo kill.
Man, 9 class is just owning on this Dark Willow.
They've got a really nice ward, like this lane ward that PVISION have up top. So he just spots him, sees him nicely, gets the solo kill of his life. And yeah. Let's see if this network will at some point run away. Dodge the Bramble. Good Bramble.
Very nice. There's no one coming in to finish the kill. He gets it.
He
places out the wall and the
price.
vacuum as no one blinks out. Just barely. As now KJ getting some vision for Yuma to finish the job. Nicely done from Heroic. Trying to turn this back around as the egg is available, but KJ doesn't even need it. They clean up quite nicely for the Heroic side. They lose the Darkseer, but they get some valuable kills on the top of it.
And they get some very valuable kills. Like, they need these. Like, not just the gold, but also the XP. You've got the Relic now on Yuma. I mean, we've all been in these games. When you play against, like, some Spectre or some super hard carry, you feed them some kills. Like, it matters twice as much. Because this hero cannot farm. Spectre needs these kills.
Well, he's 1,000 away from being able to farm.
That's true.
So the investment feels like it is paying off for the Heroic side, but...
PVISION, of course, are still very happy with the state of the game, being up 5k, but they need to chill out a little bit.
Yep, Bramble again, 9 class showing off that Blink Dagger. He has been all over the map.
Willows have
so
looked,
active.
Yeah, Dark Willows have looked really, really good today. I mean, even if the recent tournaments, like, it's just a strong hero. Like, too many buffs, in my opinion. I mean, maybe not just the strength of the hero, but also people just play it really well. They know how to pair it.
Schofield will run into no one. Essence Ring keeping him alive for just a little bit longer, but eventually the Shadow Strike will do its job. Scream of Pain, in fact, will be it. As top lane.
They got to call it.
Tempted TP, but it's canceled. DM just in time.
Buyback.
It's a buyback for the Marcy as well. They get the Vac wall, but the Requiem, that's the Death Requiem. And Whisper stuck in a horrible position. Pops the BKB. There's the egg. They're going to try to apply all their pressure to it. A nice rebound, stunning out one. Satanic trying to run away now, but the egg pops into the Sun Ray. Down goes Satanic as no one will at least get one kill here in retreat.
That was a good buyback from Schofield. This game's kind of nuts. There's a lot of random stuff happening. People dying solo here, there, but Schofield, good buyback, kind of brings it around. Saves the egg with a double rebound stun. As no one is quite tanky himself. Kai Assange, Blade Mail, Essence Ring. And a shield rune to boot once he sees the bottom rune.
Yeah, feels like the Darkseer definitely competing right now for top net worth in the game. Whisper, we've seen him do this before. Absolute beast at times.
And he's an absolute high skill player. He's got the BKB just before the last fight. Did put it to good use. I mean, it's incredibly good against these two subs. And
there it is.
Ogre too.
The old 21-minute Radiance.
It's not great, not terrible. 21 minute. Let's see if he can back it up and get himself a little higher on this net worth chart.
It does feel like Spectre's one of those heroes, even if it's a late Radiance, it feels like it does really pay off.
I mean,
I don't know what like you just build tanky now after this.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I still feel like it feels weak because it's going into Greaves and Pipe. So we'll have to see how his team can back him up. I mean, no one. He's got a shield rune. There's like a 3k HP.
Feels quite invulnerable. Analog making his way over. The Sonic Wave deletes KJ. They will get the Shrine eventually, but
not what?
At the cost of a support. As Schofield will run into 9 class.
And Johnny.
The Tormentor will be the trade, though, of sorts. So 1-for-1 on the support side. 9 class gets rewarded.
Gonna spawn some more Brambles on his little Curse Crown. BKB should be completed soon for Satanic. I mean, he did have a couple of deaths that most likely shouldn't have been put to his name. But once he's got the BKB completed, I don't really see what Heroic do for starters. They kind of need to like whittle you down or bait your BKB and then go on their round 2. Unless Analog can somehow connect a Requiem.
Yeah, Yeah, they're going to have some trouble. I mean, not that Heroic is worrying about this necessarily since they're down 9K at the moment. They will lose Ducalis. Their building hitting is just non-existent with the Shadow Fiend build, right?
On Heroic?
Yeah.
I mean, he still hits like okay, but I will say both teams have pretty pathetic building damage.
Yeah. Seems to be a more common thing these days, for whatever reason.
That's true. I mean, you just have like some traditional heroes not played that often. Your DPs, your DKs. I think also summon heroes have taken quite a hit, even though Lycan and Beast are somewhat back and still playable in the right game.
Yuma trying to play the catch-up game. Still bottom net worth for the course.
Oh, 9 class. He's eyeing them for now. So, of course, got full vision.
And the Schofield spot him. Now he does. There's the blink in. And Glimmer counters this move that he's gotten away with, it feels like, so many times this game. They'll terrorize Schofield successfully, but Yuma and company, oh, even an egg use, interesting. Obviously don't have the same vision as us.
I mean, at this point, I don't think you care. If they can keep injecting gold into the Spectre, like, you just go for it.
Absolutely.
Middle tower is under attack.
Now with the egg down, it seems like PVISION want to fight. No one in the cover of smoke. Yuma obviously the biggest target here. Tempted TP, but the glimpse. And this should be a freebie for PVISION. Anytime you can take out that Spectre, pretty damn valuable.
Go through the gate and glimpse him.
Gonna try for it, but the dive, KJ. We'll be going off the map with the Sunray TP.
Yeah, if you play Phoenix and you don't know how to do that yet, go try. It's gonna save your life every second game. Nice play by Mr. King in the jungles, as no one is finishing up his own BKB.
There it is.
Next clash might just be around Roche. I think first Roche of the game. PVISION up 9k gold. Sure, you don't have the best Roche taking lineup, but you've got like your second and third round of items on some of your heroes. You've got Bloodlust to buff it up. So if you take a fight around the top area, that might be what they're looking for. As Mr. Whisper may be looking to set up
vacuum into the Orchid, into the Centaur Stomp as well, but the counteracting, actually Schofield jumps in, a pretty nice time, but no one, still too tanky. Analog and company will be taking out 9 class, so he sacrifices himself to save their QoP. Decent amount used for Heroic. We'll see if PVISION want to stick around, but no, it looks like they will exit.
It's true, but it is the fresh BKB of no one that you force him to use. Like, Heroic are kind of, you know, forcing out some stuff in this game at the moment. They did nearly get the kill on no one. Of course, they did get 9 class, which now also it allows them to push back on the map. Whisper's creep is pushing in top. You've got Yuma controlling bottom. If they find no one, that could be big.
Oh, he's
no
already
BKB.
used his blink. And a big vac wall onto 3 heroes with the dive and the egg to follow. There's still the silence onto the QoP. The Orchid runs out, but no one is dead. Whoa. Egg is traded, though. And Satanic shows up just in time. Schofield stunned up. He's going to get the rebound as Ducalis is burning, but Schofield will likely be the trade. Pops the Glimmer, though. Into the north he goes. Might actually be fine. Satanic continuing to pursue.
He's burning.
He's just out of range now. And looks like that'll break the fight up completely. So in the end, a 1 for 3 Heroic.
I mean, Heroic are doing the right things. I'm overall impressed when I do watch like PVISION play, but I feel like when it comes to this game, they are throwing quite a bit. Like when you're up this 10, 11, 12k, you kind of feel like if you play clean and nice, that it's just your game to take. But at this point, you keep trickling out these mistakes. Like, you know that you're starting to lose at least some control.
Is that more of a lineup thing or just pure mentality?
No, this is a play thing for sure. Like, because this lineup for PVISION still, it scales well, so it's not like you need to feel like you're in a rush. I just feel like they are like overstepping some of these plays. They're not together. They could look like more nicely of, okay, do we want to take the top tier 1 into the Roche? How do we set it up? Because Heroic, I feel like they're getting to surprise PVISION quite a few times now. And Darkseer SF Spectre with Phoenix to back it up is no joke. Like, you better not underestimate this one.
Yeah, they certainly do have the wombo combo potential from the Heroic side. And that's without a Spectre doing much as of yet, if we're being honest.
Also, in the last fight, the egg barely died. Like, of course,
Yeah, that's close.
you do have Ogre. It's kind of like a pseudo counter, of course, to the egg with the Bloodlust.
Is under attack.
Smoke from PVISION through the gate. Maybe they can try to backstab
Scanning.
this heroic movement.
Radiant's bottom tower
They
is under
catch a
attack.
whiff there.
Dire
They
are
scan it out, actually, so Whisper in a bit of trouble. Going to be seen here momentarily. And indeed, that is the case. Sonic Wave doesn't hit anything, I don't believe. They doom up the TPing target. He's going to be fine.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, maybe if the Sonic Wave hits, he dies out. But I feel like this time around,
There will be
he should be chilling
screaming.
in his fountain. He's got Essence Ring.
Yeah.
Even bought a Yules for a second.
Oh my god! That scream actually
Wait,
does
it
hit
followed him?
It did. Oh my god! If he was farther back in the fountain, he would have lived. Actually, legitimately, he did not
I have
respect the
not-
global scream
I have
of
not seen
pain.
that in a while.
Oh my
Whisper-
god!
He even bought a Yules for like a split second and then sold it the moment he realized, oh, I'm living.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he could have dodged like another 2 ticks.
Oh man, that is quite the play.
And now this allows them to feel confident enough to go into Roche. That's kind of hilarious.
That is insane. It's not seen a global kill in a long time. I feel
I was like, what happened? Because obviously it wasn't like an Orchid take because that was way too long and
No.
he doesn't have it.
It was Scream just following him globally.
That's so funny.
Like the good old days. Satanic, because of this, gets rewarded with an Aegis now on the Doom. And PVISION.
I mean, let's see. Maybe I underestimate the damage output from PVISION a little bit, but when you're popping every hero with Bloodlust and a Wolf Aura that you have on Satanic, I believe no one will honestly also hit quite hard on the
Radiant's
Quab.
top tower is under
And we know
attack.
that this hero has pretty incredible scaling. You got the Ags, you got all your Talons up, you're chilling. You do have a Hex on Analog. Not sure if that was caught on stream, but I think we're good.
And those Valorant players are something else.
Okay, Heroic are smoking up into the daytime. Of course, Satanic, he's a really bad target for you now that he's got the Aegis. Which means they kind of want to look to clutch out someone else out of the game. You do have Blink Hex on Analog, so
Radiant
he's the one that may just look to start the fight.
Yeah, still 4 minutes, of course, on this Aegis, so plenty of time for PVISION to take the fight that they want to.
I mean, he is hunting. Yeah, that's a
Oh,
kill.
they find the Ogre. DM, still quite tanky, but it's just a matter of time here. Outnumbered.
Nice try.
Puts his arms up as if he's actually going to have time to go through there. That's a big kill for the heroic side. And we've seen this before with 9 class being accompanied by no one, has the vision this time. So support for core. I mean, this is a great trade for heroic. It kind of feels like it takes off like a minute and a half from the Aegis for all intents and purposes.
It does. No, it's good. Like, you're taking out DM on the Ogre. Obviously, he was running around with all the auras. That was the shortest Icarus dive I've ever seen. As King Jungles will go through the gate. He did cut the wave, but there's still a siege creep available.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's been a while since we've seen a 5-on-5 in this game, hasn't it?
Yeah, it does feel that way.
Okay, they're looking on Satanic now. Might want to poke him early, or do they want to go around and find the back line?
Yeah, they don't want to mess with his Aegis.
Come on, Whisper, take the Croaker. No, you want him.
Is that the Congregations of the Deep? Is that the spell he has?
Something like that. But he already has a creep, which is around the Roche Pit. So he wants to stay loyal to his
Pinecone?
friend Pine Man,
Understandable.
of course.
Seed Shot, very powerful.
Yeah.
As Yuma now level 20, has the Manta. We'll be going for the Ags. About
But
1,500 away from that.
Yeah, it does, of course,
Dire
create like a lot of
are scanning.
chaos, and you show everyone the good old haunt.
Yeah, what do you think of that, this game? Do you like that?
I think it's good because they rely on a good initiation, which I feel like you want to help Analog have a good start to the fight. Haunt should do that. I don't know if there's a different item he can buy that like really changes his start of the fight, like a nullifier, so you can try to kill a sub.
Middle tower
So
is
I
under attack.
kind of like the Haunt. I mean, your lowest net worth anyway. I think this allows him to have like the highest impact possible for the gold he's spending.
Yeah, true.
There will be pain.
Whisper working on a Shivas right now. Analog has the sheep. Does feel like this Aegis, only a minute and a half now. Whisper spotting out the TP.
He knows Satanic TP top, and if they clicked him, they should know that he has a Shadow Blade. Whoa, hello.
Oh, KJ spotted.
Yeah, he did.
All right. Static Storm will be the death of him.
As PVISION will claim another.
Schofield spot in the meantime. Does feel like it's just delay tactics from Heroic.
He can also rebound soon. Like if they're chasing him now because they think he's alone, he's just making more time.
Yeah, and he will.
Joke's on you, kiddos.
Always handy to have a creep tucked away for a rainy day. 9 class getting initiated on by the Spectre. Will haunt away though, as 9 class still taking heavy damage from these illusions. Terrorize onto 1, but 9 class dies to Yuma. It'll be a trade for Schofield though.
I mean, this is all during the Aegis.
Yeah, it's almost expired now.
Mr. Satanic.
Yeah, all right. Well, this will be a big kill for the PVISION side. He just absolutely slaps him.
I mean, we haven't really seen how strong he is in this game because Satanic hasn't hit very many people.
True. Yeah, we get to see the full brunt of the Wolf Aura.
Yeah. Wolf Aura, he's higher level, dealing more damage. Level 24, he's got the Silver Edge now to break as well. So they are starting to get like their own tools to try and burst out maybe Yuma out of the game. If you find him, you break, you doom him up, and he will very likely just fall.
I love this build.
Which one?
Right-clicking Doom is so funny.
I agree.
The Alpha Aura, even in Dota 1, was my favorite to watch.
I feel like
was very bad back in the day, though, unfortunately.
I mean, it is a super strong aura, like, and also the fact that it scales with like your crit damage is pretty damn strong.
All right, so the question is, does PVISION, are they waiting for the next Roche? Feels like they couldn't do much with that first Aegis.
I feel like especially because of that, they don't have to wait because this Aegis literally didn't do anything. So you might as well just look to play the map again. You're up 11k gold. Every time you have Doom, people just kind of die. I wouldn't mind if Satanic tries to, like, you know, flash farm his 25 talent. He could look for Doom applies mute. Like, now that he has the Silver Edge himself, I don't know if he wants to take the break talent. I feel like you just go for the mute so there's no items.
Yeah. Yeah, even against a good target to break, that still feels kind of bad to get.
Yeah, like...
Because mute is always good.
Just getting old Doom, that was like the most annoying thing to play against.
Yeah.
It's just so strong.
No one has the amplified damage. We'll spot one. Blinks to the other side, though.
There's the
haunt to give some good vision. 9 class.
They're getting quite a lot out of it.
Yuma actually jumps right on top. Terrorize is there, though. There's the Requiem from Analog onto 2 heroes. Decent amount of damage. We call this back to full HP. 9 class will evaporate as there's a Sonic Wave.
Egg.
And the egg is placed, but the Shadow Fiend dead already. Now they're going to surround the egg and eat it up for breakfast. 2 for 1 at the moment. Schofield harpooned in. Satanic and company win this fight.
They used a lot at the start of the fight. Like, I understand, you know, like you go for the haunt, you show everyone on the map, you get glimmers, Shadow Realm comes out, but then Analog, when he dives in and he doesn't even kill Ducales, the fight looks really, really rough after that one. The egg also pops to the double bloodlusted cores, and PVISION for, I mean, they've had the lead, what, the whole game, but this was one of the first convincing fights from them in like 10-15 minutes. Yeah. There's the mute, so if you get doomed up, you ain't got no counterplay. You better rely on your friends, get surged out, get forced or something.
Yeah. Onto the high ground they go. So 45 seconds on the Shadow Fiend. Yeah. There is buyback, though, for Analog.
Yeah, but no Requiem. I don't know exactly for how long. Also, no egg, so they're lacking quite a bit of strength.
I mean, this looks to be a lane.
I mean, now you push hard. You have Wolf Aura, high level, like max out Bloodlust, and level 20 plus cores with 4 rounds of items.
Yeah, this is pretty dirty stuff from PVISION. Just one team fight, and they turn it into this. Pretty impressive stuff. And at this point, it does feel like Heroic need this Wombo combo to be perfectly executed. That fight felt a bit scattered.
Yeah, maybe they can, something they can look for is, so you start the same with like Haunt, right? Like you run in some Darkseer or some Darkseer creep, you Haunt up, you you kite a bit, and then when you find the opening, you use the Haunt Vision for like a vacuum into Hex Requiem.
Yeah.
And then just follow up with Phoenix coming in. You've got the Marcy coming in as well. I mean, you've even got a Blink Hex if you want on Whisper, so he can start the fight.
And now the lead ballooned in favor of PVISION.
Yeah.
So they can just casually wait for the next Roche.
Yeah, at this point they can. Like when Heroic... Okay, bye-bye.
Yep. Another Doom.
It's like getting 4-shot.
Whew.
You're just bleeding out. See you later.
Rough. KJ gets spotted
He's
as
in
well.
trouble. He doesn't have dive.
Does have the egg if he wants to
Okay,
try.
Lotus
They're going to try
Hex.
to turn this around onto the Quap. The Static Storm, though, is there to save him. No one will get the Sonic Wave off. Clips 2 as the Glimpse is used. Analog does get off his ult. It's going to heal him a decent amount thanks to that newly picked up Aghanim Scepters. Ducalis gets dropped by Yuma as the right clicks are just insane from Satanic. And Yuma limping up to the high ground. Satanic, it looks like
Whisper.
no one will get taken out eventually by Whisper. And Satanic with the double kill, the very long arms of the law onto KJ.
Another good fight for the Mr. P Visions. I mean, I will say DM, there's a lot of, like the impact he has, it's not really that obvious, but he's keeping everyone alive. He keeps putting like the shard fireballs on his teammates. He's super tanky himself, and his Crimson Guard is so freaking strong. Like, Yuma does not deal damage through it. It's like one of the best counters when it comes to items against Spectre. On what might be like what? I don't know if Ogre is the highest strength gain hero, but he's certainly one of them. He's rocking like 4.2.
Yep, that's quite a bit.
Oh.
Schofield pops the BKB and do as much damage as he can. He's getting really low himself, though. Satanic and company there covered by the Crimson Guard is owning. And Schofield gets slapped into oblivion. 9 class looks to be just fine.
They need Nullifier. They cannot deal damage through this Crimson right now. At least Yuma can't.
Yeah.
Maybe if Analog is alive, he can blow the guy up with the Requiem. But at this point, if you're Heroic, you need your next round of items. You need double Refresher on Whisper and Analog. And sure, Yuma is queuing up a Bloodthorn. He needs either that or a Nullifier.
Speaking of next round of items, for Satanic, I'm assuming this Radiance goes away. And what does he get? Or do you still like it?
No, you probably sell it. I mean, you kind of lose your wave clear, but I guess you don't really need it. You can go for, I think you can go for a Refresher, but maybe you get that later. You could go for AC. Do they have one? I feel like that's what you could do.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Do they have any drums in their draft? Like, it's kind of cool. Like, by the moment you drop your boots later, I mean, which he has already done. Like, he's got the Swift Blink, he's got Silver Edge and Harpoon, so it's like very high mobility. Maybe someone can like squeeze in a drums. That'll be kind of nice. Analog has got a huge Requiem with his little neutral item. Same for, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter too much for Phoenix. It's not like you hire your egg by that much. But he's also looking for a Refresher. So
Wait, does that not apply to your...
I mean, the burn, sure. Who cares?
Well, the Sunray. Does it make it girthier?
It might make it like a bit longer. I mean, it has... Yeah, it should make it better. But at this point, I feel like it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah,
when the egg dies, you're getting BKB'd and people clap on it with Bloodlust. But yeah.
Yeah, PVISION. Smoked up.
This is a
Looking
good
for
move.
a jump.
I always like this one. Like, you go aggressively with a wave that the enemy team... Like, they kind of have to do something about it. Or it's very likely
Schofield shows himself. How dare you be next to your own Tier 2 tower? He's dead.
Gone for a minute.
Yeah, no buyback. And that opens up the Roche. So if Heroic want to try to contest this, it's going to be a 4v5.
Oh, here comes Seed, man.
Oh yeah, that's a strong boy.
Oh,
Glistening in the aura of the Ion Shell.
Yeah. Well, they know Roche is happening, as he did roar it up. Yeah, back to Seedman, hitting the tower. They're pinging it, which means Yuma is currently saying, guys, go to this Roche pit. Someone will TP to top. Let's take a 4v5. You have like 2 moves right now if you're Heroic. You either go to this one guy that TP's top.
It just dies beforehand.
I mean, Whisper was ready. I mean, if you're Heroic, I wouldn't mind them like smoking up top right now or looking for a bystander, but looks like PVISION. No?
That is a very... that feels like Nature's Prophet play without being good.
What, like the tree running down the lane?
Yeah. The old 25 talent everybody loves. Loved.
Oh yeah, the super tree. Yeah. Oh guys, he's getting 25 by a Dagon or Midas.
Yeah, and that wasn't even enough as Satanic finds a Phoenix, harpoons him before he can go off the map.
He's actually going MKB.
On Satanic?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Sunray.
It's both exactly.
Is there a butterfly on?
No, it's Sunray and Radiance.
Okay.
As in the game over here, we've got no one who's poking a lot. Whisper.
That was a really
Hex.
fast Requiem as they get the Hex and they have the damage. No one evaporates. Nicely done from Heroic.
Yeah, nicely done from Whisper. He shows up his Refresher to refresh his Hex. Otherwise, they do not kill the Mr. No One there. I mean, Whisper has been doing a lot in this game. Like, a lot. 9 class with a Terrorize.
Yes, indeed. Has Curse Crown as well. As a Doom applied, I mean, the break would be pretty nice here,
he needs
I
to hit
assume.
it.
As Analog in the vicinity as well. Satanic continuing to chase. He's going to go all the way down the fountain to get it. He actually kills off Yuma. Oh my goodness. He is just a beast of burden. Little BKB TP. He's fine. Meanwhile, Schofield
is still here.
He's having the fight of his life at the moment. 70 seconds on the deck. There is buyback, but of course the Spectre is the big story. 80 seconds, no way to get back in the game at the moment.
I feel like this is some true midnight Dota 2. This is like prime matchmaking experience.
And Satanic getting close to level 30, so he will have the break on top of that soon enough.
I feel like it was just moments ago I talked about his 25 talent.
Yeah,
but I guess killing some people on your own.
It's only 44 minutes. Feels like an ultra late game scenario.
I do like the MKB quite a lot. I think just to ensure the egg dies and also the Radiance. Yeah, his level advantage is kind of absurd.
Is a Moon Shard? Okay.
Oh yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, you have Aegis, you're slot starved, so you might as well just get it. I think it's also like with him being higher level, his innate will always kick in, where he deals 25% more attack damage.
Just in time.
Yeah, he's gone. Bye.
Nice kill again. That's interesting. He'd go for that before Refresher, the Moon Shard.
He just has no slots because of this Aegis, so I kind of like it. Like now you're just going for more pressure. By the time this Aegis goes away, I think you.
I guess he's just farming so fast. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's close. He's like what, 900 GPM?
And Satanic is insane.
Yeah, this guy's good. He's really good.
Top 3 carry for sure right now, if not better.
Top 3 for sure. I mean, you can make a case for, like, you know, him and Yatoro. Maybe you throw some Pure in there. Like, you know, think about it.
I think Pure last year, I would say.
That's
was
what I
top
thought
two.
Top
this year.
So what? Yatoro was 1.
Yatoro is always number 1.
I think Yatoro has phases. In my opinion, he's like he's my favorite carry. When he's in form, he's the best.
Yeah. I guess that's why I'm at just like the peak level.
True. But then sometimes he plays Elden Ring for 8 months. And then,
yeah, it happens. Analog. Ooh, gets clipped by the Terrorize. Bramble's not going to hit, but DM is there with the Hex. And the stun lock now. But Yuma coming into play. They know they need to keep him alive. Analog gets off the Requiem. He's going to get healed up now. 9 class is dead. Satanic with a BKB pops the Doom as well. Will run into Analog, and they do eventually get that kill. He does have buyback, though.
I don't know if that was on purpose, but that was a really, really cool play from 9 class. So he runs into SF. Then like he blinks away, kind of pretending, okay, I'm not here. But then he's like short range fogging him with a Terrorize, so DM can come around the corner, get the Hex off, and they just get the kill. Well, you've got the multicast Hex available, of course, on DM.
Can Pyrrhic Cloak be multicast?
This I can't tell you, because I've never seen Ogre Core late game with this item.
The problem is the Cloak makes, I don't believe it has any VFX, right?
No, it does. It does.
It does?
It's like
when you
purple,
activate it?
Yeah. It's like some purple thing, and then when the guy takes damage, you see it.
Okay.
So
you pay attention to purple?
Okay.
If it's a triple purple?
I'm watching. My camera is following DM.
Roche's banner placed. Oh, that was instantly taken out. Benefit of having a Marcy on your team. Gonna get glimpsed back into the fray, but getting healed up. Sonic Wave. It's a double Sonic Wave. No one really committing here hard. Schofield's still alive, though. A little glimmer to safety. Whisper pops the BKB in retreat. They don't even get any buildings here.
Yo, no one's got beef or what?
Wow. that
was lit as hell. The guy just goes in and blows everything.
And he's fine.
Yep.
They're tipping 9 class. So.
I don't know why, but sure.
I mean, 9 class talks a lot of smack, so...
But he's beating them like pretty hard right now. So what's this for? Good job.
Maybe they know he tilts. I don't know.
Yeah. It's up 24K. That's when I tilt.
There's teams that tilt up 24K.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, we'll see. Of course, your wisdom of the tilt, it might come through. As we have a Moonshard completed on Yuma. So sure, you've got... I mean, you've got the attack speed, you've got the Bloodthorn, but... I'll say it again. This Crimson Guard on DM is blocking, like, I don't know how much damage it is, but it's a lot.
Satanic level 30, break available. Not like it's really been needed, to be perfectly honest.
It's 70 plus 2.2% of his max health, so that's like nearly 100 from Ogre's health.
Mm. Look at KJ, almost has an Ag, so his egg is big enough to hold another hero.
He wants to bring a brother into his egg?
We have seen this be completely disastrous before.
Other devastation.
Yeah, it's a very high skill cap Aghanim Scepter for sure. Could be the best Ags in the game. Could be the worst.
It's a really good one. I don't know if I would put it top 5, as in your anonymous ranking you don't want to tell me about.
Well, how is it anonymous?
Because you're not telling me them. I have to like slowly figure it out. Yeah, what are you talking about? How's it not anonymous?
It's like a storyline. You just slowly figure it out. There's the Doom initiation from Satanic. My goodness, he is just beating him to a pulp, attempting to TP out. He's fine. Guess who's not? Mr. Analog. Actually cannot get back in the game. 100 seconds. So just like that, it's a 5 versus 4 for a minute and a half.
Yep. Honestly, quite a big deal. But yeah, sure, you're down 30K gold. You know, you're bleeding another hero. Doesn't feel too good.
Haunt for Vision.
Oh, these stab.
They actually get the Hex. So Ducalis is dead. Getting something out of this for Heroic. Refresher is popped with a Sonic Wave from no one. Is going to be enough damage to finally kill him off. The Rebaz actually saving Wisp for the time being. Trying to focus down the egg. This is a lot of hits. Terrorize hits 3 heroes, but the egg does pop, stunning everybody in the vicinity from P-Vision. As no one
they just walk it off.
Can't pursue any further.
Class.
9 class, he's not scared. They know that Shadowfiend does not have buyback right now, and that is the death of Schofield.
He has buyback. We're good. Don't worry about it.
Fortification pop, but now the creep's in the base. See if P-Vision stick around. Force out the 1 buyback. Still 45 seconds for SF. Actually, it's a gold-related buyback, so I actually don't know for a fact that Analog does not have it.
I mean, you should kind of expect him to have it. I mean, did he buy out some? Maybe the Ags is new, but even then, you would kind of expect my bro to have buyback at this stage. So I don't blame them for not going further in.
So we wait for the next Roche. What's the timer on that? Guys, why don't you decipher that?
Why is it always like 1 minute? Why is it so short?
It's shorter than 1 minute now.
Okay, 45 seconds. We're checking. 51:35. Shannon, make your call on the dot. Second, please.
15 seconds.
Keep it up. You're really good. Can I have a number?
There's the
51 what?
51.
Yeah, keep waiting so it just spawns on you.
51:10.
You're like 3 seconds off.
Damn. So close. Yep.
Got him. Can we get a Crimson Guard counter in the chat? Can I get a nullifier or anything? Or double Requiem the Ogre? Like,
that is interesting. He went Moonshard instead of nullifier.
I mean, he wants attack speed, but attack speed doesn't counter Crimson Guard. Actually, Crimson Guard counters you, but... Oh my god, look at what Whisper has queued up. It's the Glip Glop Flip Flop, Shannon. He wants the AoE.
Oh. 5K in the bank, why not?
Hey, he'll keep buyback first, but he's got the D's Blood, right? So that's higher AoE. Then you get the Glippy Gloppy. You get even more AoE.
Roche with the Angry Belch as always. What number Roche is this? 3?
Yeah.
Got the Refresher Shard in his belly.
Who will take this one?
Everyone.
Everyone takes it. They share the Refresher Shard?
Yep.
That's new. Good patch.
Well, DM is holding on to it for the time being, but I don't think he's going to be maintaining that. Buyback situation.
There it is.
Not so great for the heroic side.
I mean, they have bots level 2 now on Mr. Satanic, so you can join his team anytime.
Yeah. He's not maintaining his buyback because of the Aegis, of course. He still has many more items he wants to buy it.
That's true. He's got the refresher queued. He's got the satanic queued.
It's not a true satanic game unless you buy satanic.
That's a banger.
Sorry, I saw Lacoste, so I just just had to do it.
He would have found a better way to deliver that one.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have jet lag, so
Okay.
it's the best I can do under these circumstances.
I mean, let's see. It is a pretty damn big lead. And Heroic rely a lot on their spells, which means if you're PVISION, you could look to kind of form a plan where, okay, we're going to push once. They, use their Haunt, they use their Egg, maybe double Requiem. We have buybacks available. We can fight through it. We can come back. Or you can just chill. Up to you, really.
I think it's up to them.
It really is up to them, unless you want to go down there and move their mouse.
We are close enough. Ducalis gets the shard at 53 minutes.
I mean, sure. You drop some Thunderstrike somewhere on the ground.
Yep.
Woohoo.
Good counteract against the smokes to come.
True.
Refresher on the Spectre now, Yuma.
That's a big one. The double Haunt.
Double Pyrrhic Cloak, very strong. I mean, that's unironic, actually.
I mean, sure, but they'll just not hit him. It's not like Axe. Just ignore him.
They can't ignore him. They have the break.
Okay.
Blink now up for the Ogre.
I mean, that's another big one. You've got like Blink, multiple Hex options.
There
we
is.
go.
There it is.
We've got the Crimson Guard counter, 54 minutes, baby. What did he sell? Radiance, bye-bye. Did he have, he did have Radiance.
Yep.
I like it. They're kind of all-inning. You need a big move. It's just like game one, dream big, brothers. You gotta dream big.
Oh, they get the jump onto no one. He's gonna get just destroyed in just a blink. He's donezo. Yuma with the dagger. No way to stop the TP here. So they only get one, but it is a very big one.
Yeah, 80 seconds where you can strike back on the map and chill. Maybe take back some of your jungle. Deward the map a bit. I mean, all these Aegis aren't really doing much for PVISION.
No, it's not. Feels like that activates Heroic into getting a kill.
Yeah.
And then delaying the game even more. 55 minutes in, we're getting there. Getting close to the promised land.
I mean, Heroic, they're kind of controlling the map. Look at the vision that they have out. They have 3 aggressive ops, even though they've been the ones kind of, losing the whole game, especially when it comes to map control. So Mr. PVISION got to step it up.
How bad is Doom Ags? He has like a bajillion gold that he spent on how many items that he's bought, sold, bought.
Yeah, the problem is that he just wants to press it on one guy, not be a walking circle.
I'm not saying it's good.
Yeah,
it's just
telling
funny.
you it's bad.
It really is not good.
This is like bottom 10 Ags.
Yeah, it's not terrific.
It's
It's better with the builds when you're off lane. You get like a Shivas, you can slow them down. Something. Even then, not the best.
Even then, it has to be like super specific. Just want to doom one guy and get him out.
All right, well, they wait out the timer for Mr. No One.
We need a basher on Schofield. I need him to bash up some... What the hell? He just blinked on top of himself.
9 class. No way he stays for this. Okay, TP. And gets the shrine. Man, so stylish.
It's just... The guy's a criminal.
The meaningless wisdom shrine at the 56-minute mark.
Yo, don't disrespect Willow levels.
Yeah, especially for 9 class.
Yeah.
Going for the Octarine, it looks like.
He's a swagger.
You miss the days of Shadow Realm having the 100% uptime.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Get the old Aghanim Scepter.
When people are unkillable, it's really enjoyable.
It depends on which side you're on, I guess. Oh, no one. Okay.
Testing. It works.
Did they see it?
Well, yeah, he was right in front of a range creep,
But did they see it?
Did they have their eyes open?
You never know at these late-stage situations, These players are also potentially jet lagged. Yep, Schofield going to be spotted. Bramble connects. Terrorize the follow. Satanic pops the BKB a little bit early, but wants to ensure this kill. He'll get it. 100 seconds. No buyback. Aegis is now gone, so S&Y put back in the inventory of Satanic.
Let's see if they can make use of this one, because it is quite a long time. I mean, Heroic are still, they're continuously like eyeing their own observers to like see if they can find a good catch with a Blink Hex, maybe take someone by surprise, go in for the Haunt. I mean, to be fair, even no one is not really that safe with his Linken's. They can try and find him, break it up for Analog. He gets the Hex off into the Requiem.
There it is. Back to you, Kazu.
What did you say there it is for? What is it?
Satanic has Satanic.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, in his
I feel
backpack.
like he hasn't really even needed it. Like when he runs on someone, the guy just dies.
That's true. I don't
And then,
know
he
what
just, and then he just BKBs out.
maybe
and
he
chill.
bought it for the Dispel, you know?
I think he just bought it because it's his name. Kind of makes sense.
Probably contractually obligated
Lore.
to do that, yeah.
He's completing the lore.
9 class. Ooh.
Uh-oh, good ward.
Yuma is doomed, is terrorized, is dead. Does have buyback.
Radiant's top
Duma?
tower is under attack.
Marcy also got buyback here. In fact, all 10 have buyback. This is a tier 5 situation incoming.
We've got it, let's
Minute
go.
20 away.
I mean, we're,
Roche not
we're
up.
definitely getting to the territory. There's no way PVISION are ending in, what, 1 minute 20? There's no way. I mean, at this point, breaching Heroic's base is not easy. Like, you've got ginormous AoE when it comes to Whisper. You have, like, refreshers on everyone. You've got hexes. Okay, they want to hit
Satanic
the
wants
tower.
to poke the high ground, pops the BKB, doing a considerable amount of damage.
I mean, it looks like
Force out the fortification. Roshan banner placed.
that's what this game has gotten to.
No one. Sonic Wave hits 2 heroes. It's a double Sonic Wave. They
Okay.
delete Schofield
He's
and
also
the Shadow
dead.
Fiend as well. They're going to try to force out the buybacks here. Satanic inside that Static Storm. They get the Doom onto the Darkseer.
Refresher.
He's going to tick away. Huge kills from PVISION. And Satanic, that was the second BKB. Now he's going to try to retreat. They're going to lose 2 members, though, as they attempt to run away, make it 3. But the buybacks use for basically everybody there from Heroic's side.
Yeah, 2 cores.
Now you just
Mr.
wait this
Schofield.
out from the PVISION side, but now 20 seconds until tier 5s, and Heroic will have a good opportunity to get that, and potentially, I mean, the question is, can they force any buybacks for themselves? Terrorized, 9 class, okay. He is surrounded right now. Whisper is there with the vacuum, and they just casually take him out. I don't know what that was.
I mean, he wanted to kill him.
Okay.
He didn't really
It
manage.
was the tip.
Oh, the one from 28 minutes ago.
Yeah, you said, why did they tip? That's why.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why. Psychological delay
Absolutely.
damage.
Tier 5 items available.
I mean, this matters a lot because now it's only Satanic who can farm it, which means he's not getting too much going. So Heroic, get those tier 5s and let's go. Run it down mid.
Hey, he's going to Aghanim Scepter. That means he really is out of things to buy on this Doom.
I don't know if he should buy it. I'm going to be honest.
I mean, if you have literally nothing to buy.
No, then it turns your Doom into an AoE. Just put it on one guy. It literally makes your Doom worse.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Apparently you can still do that, so maybe it's not bad.
Yeah, no comment. Fortification popped. PVISION. 20 seconds away from having 3 more members up, and yeah, that's all Heroic can really do here.
I mean, at least they don't have to use any buys, which is good for them, but they need to farm their own tier 5s after they spawn.
No, they'll have plenty of time here. The Heroic cut into this lead, went from 40 to 32K. Not much of a difference.
At this stage in the game, it honestly doesn't really matter that much.
Yep.
I mean, the one thing that matters for Satanic is that he has to just make sure of his buyback gold also.
Oh, baby.
With your facet, it's different.
Helm of the Undying for Analog.
It's been a long time since we've seen this item.
What, Helm of the Undying?
Yep. It was like one of the first iterations of any neutral items ever.
Oh, you mean the original version?
Yeah.
Wait, was that a neutral?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
You also had the Aghanim Scepter one where you had like a tome where you had Axe for like 10 minutes.
That was
also hilarious.
That was funny.
Oh, we get another one on Whisper.
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, it feels like they kind of have to go without buybacks, right? That's
mean,
that's the best thing to
No,
get.
for sure. They will, of course, try to take a fight with, like, you have your own
Mike,
buys.
how many did they get? That 3?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it has to be one of the most OP tier 5 items.
Yeah, of course.
I'm pretty sure eventually they will remove the thing that where if a hero dies while you're in the form, it extends. I don't even think that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, let's see which...
Yuma, okay, he went for the Fallen Sky. Did not have the Helm of the Undying as a choice.
Hell yeah. I love mobility Meteor Hammer.
Book of the Dead picked up by Ducalis.
Now, we've got 2 Book of the Deads.
All right, we're going to see Divine Regalia on to no one. I feel like players were obsessed with this when it initially came out.
Yeah.
I had, okay, a month ago when I was casting it did nothing.
I mean, I saw it
absolutely
once
nothing.
and it really owned. The problem is if, yeah, you die with this
It's
item.
all or nothing.
Yeah.
Still, lack of buybacks for Heroic. Not so much on the PVISION side. Roche available for the taking. Satanic literally just has no room for anything at this point. How much would you spend for another slot in your inventory is the real question.
Probably
Schofield.
20K. At some point,
Run
you
into
spend
no
20.
one, blinks away, Fallen
Okay.
Sky, not going to be activated for it. Whisper gets off the back wall. They're trying to focus on Satanic right now. Pops the BKB. There's a huge Sonic Wave onto 3 heroes. He's using the Satanic to get back to full HP. They get the Spectre, no buyback as the back wall is there, but the Helm of the Undying keeping them alive. And it looks like Heroic. They have a heroic end to this game, but unfortunately it's just not enough. As PVISION still alive with the Helm of the Undying, it seems.
What am I watching?
And that has to be the death of Phoenix.
It's like I'm watching a custom game.
He stayed alive for about, I want to say, 25 seconds there. 75.
I mean, that's what it looked like. There's 2 Haunts. People are dead, but they're still playing.
Yeah, they just need a Monkey King to really crash the computers
And
here.
a
As
Brood Mother.
PVISION looking to take out the buildings. Only 2 buybacks available for Heroic.
Well, so
2 versus 5.
Heroic have to 2v5 this one.
Yep.
Oh, he got caught.
Instant Hex, instant death, vacuum into nothing. That's all they can do for Heroic. GG's called.